Well, good morning. This morning's smoothie is going to have just a little bit of a twist to it. We, of course, start with our kale. Take and strip the leaves off the stems. I like the dark green leafy leaves part. They, to me, seem would have more nutrition than the rest of the stalks on the kale. Pack it down. Then I'm going to add 1 cup flaxseed. Get a good source of your omega-3, so it's an anti-inflammatory smoothie. And if you watched my first smoothie video, you'll know that I put these superfoods in. I have spirulina, and I explained some of the benefits of the spirulina and the gingulin. They're really good for metabolic health, among other things. And these are what my husband used when he was getting off of all of his insulin after being hospitalized. Well, I had to step out a minute, grab my dog from outside so he wasn't underfoot with what the guys are doing. Okay, next I'm adding parsley. I already washed it, putting it in there. And then I got some super greens. A lot of times I just have baby spinach on hand. So we got our nice green layer packed in there good and tight. And then I was making our vegetable dip. Well, I keep getting phone calls this morning. So I have a leftover broccoli trunk from making the vegetable dip, our vegetable tray with my cashew dip the other day. So I'm going to put the broccoli chunk in there. And then I have a leftover cauliflower chunk. And I usually peel and put a carrot in, but I have leftover carrots from our lunch boxes. So I'm going to put a little carrot in. And then the new ingredient, which my twin sister taught me, was concentrated pineapple juice. So this is 100% fruit juice. Now it's lacking the fiber if I was to put frozen pineapple in, but what I'm doing is I'm putting more greens in, so I have more fiber from greens instead of fiber from fruit, and this still makes it a pleasant flavor. And then I always keep frozen grapes on hand. Top it off with frozen grapes. Now with my husband's blood sugar, if he was to eat just a bowl full of grapes, his blood sugar would spike and come back down. He did get his pancreas working again, so he's completely off of insulin. It's been, well, since September of last year. Now it's June. So it's been quite a while that he's been off of insulin. Now, when you have your grapes with your greens in your smoothie, it does not spike his blood sugar levels. So I'm putting frozen water in here just to make it a little creamier, a little smoother, and then when I put it in the containers, especially the ones that are insulated, they don't warm up. Although I did not have enough water in that. We're going to see if we can overflow the blender today. I'm definitely working on it with the ice on top. So just like that, we're blended. We'll see if I got this overfilled. Hey, not too bad. So I have these containers, they're double walled, and I fill them about 75% maybe, a little bit less. Needed a couple more containers. And as mentioned before in the first video, we add clay to each smoothie, and the clay works best if it's not touched by metal. That's why it wasn't put in the blender. Now in the first smoothie I made, I used the Montemarolonite clay, and that was what I had reversed my symptoms and my markers for Hashimoto thyroiditis with. This morning I'm using a zeolite clay. Each clay has different properties and will detox and affect the body differently. And then I just stir them with a little wooden skewer stick, just so there's not a big glob in there when you get ready to drink it. So as you can see, that cup of flax, oh, I forgot my flax oil. Well, these smoothies don't have flax oil in them, but I usually put in a quarter cup of flax oil because we're going for the high omega-3 to help the body stay anti-inflammatory. Okay, I still wanted full benefits to my smoothies, so flax oil. I get this one online, get it at Amazon. It is cold pressed. It's shipped to you. It's not cooled while it's shipped to you, but I get it right back in the refrigerator. And so far, I've had very good luck of having the flax oil show up still in good quality. If you ever get flax oil and it's bitter, it's bad, and you need to return it, throw it away, do something with it. Bitter means it's rancid, and you don't want to be consuming an oil that's rancid. So I'm putting a half a teaspoon of flax oil in each smoothie, and we'll be drinking one smoothie a day, my husband and I. And we're just striving to keep our omega-3s to our omega-6s in a better ratio at this point, where neither one of us are doing the Dr. Goldner's protocol for healing, but we are trying to stay on the hyper nutrition protocol for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. And then what I do is I fill the pitcher with water so I can rinse out the rest of the smoothie that we don't want to waste. Okay, so I got my water in my pitcher to help rinse out and use the rest of the smoothie up. Now I'm using well water. You can use well water, spring water, distilled water, reverse osmosis water, whatever water that you're accustomed to. I myself wouldn't use water with fluoride or chlorine in it, just because I don't want those toxins in my body, and I definitely do not like the taste of it. So we are just topping off the smoothies with water because we pack the blender so tight that you would have to chew your smoothies, and we don't like chewing our smoothies. We like to drink our smoothies. And there we go. So now we're going to put our lids on. I do try to stay away from plastic containers. The two big ones are the human grade plastic, but still I like these little ones. They're glass bottles, and even though they're not double insulated like the plastic ones, they do come with these little sleeves that you can put them in. A little slippery burger. This one got a little oil on it. Of course, you know, can't cooperate when it's on camera. There we go. I guess the rest of them will go in. It's just that first one that had a little oil on it. It didn't like to go in. Whoop. And we'll have to shake these while we drink them to keep the clay and the oil that I added at the last, to get them mixed in. Now, I'll tell you, the little containers, they're 2 cups. What do you want to guess the big container is? Okay, and then I do date the bottles. My memory isn't the greatest. That one had oil on it. Well, that one's not happy either. I guess I will date the container. And there we go. I'll get the rest of them dated, and I'll get them put in the fridge, and my husband and I'll have 4 days worth of smoothies. And be able to stay hyper nourished. So we'll see you on the next video.